You're welcome back. We'd like to take a look at what the papers are serving us for breakfast this morning. And of course, I'd like to start with the Punch newspaper. I was thinking I could do this without wearing my glasses. But okay, the above the nameplate, NDC pegs presidential form at 60 million and primaries hold May 29th. CBN order. 4 banks released 321,181 dormant accounts. Gowon unveils memoir and defends Civil War choices. Makinde may join 2027 presidential race on Thursday. How do you see that?
He's welcome. Since all of the major political parties are zoning their presidential tickets to the south. So on the question is on what political party? Is he going to remain in the PDP with this old drama around Wiki? He can't join the ADC anymore. He definitely cannot go to the NDC anymore. So I bet he's going to launch his presidential ambition on the platform of the PDP.
All right. Well, I was thinking to myself, that Makinde may just want to add another title to his
presidential aspirant.
Presidential.
It's not pass down.
Engineer
Seyi Makinde, governor and presidential aspirant. It will even be presidential candidate too. Aspirant is primary.
Yes,
candidate is to pick the ticket.
Yeah.
He is aspirant. He's only the aspirant.
Okay, pre-primary screening. Tension mounts as APC panels disqualify over 150 aspirants. Now, the riders for that story, screening fallout rocks states ahead of Friday's commencement of primaries. Disqualified APC candidates storm appeal panels as Anambra chapter expels 30. Aggrieved aspirants pile pressure on APC over screening row. So that is my answer for you. Okay? Remember when he said some people may, and I know that they have already started to protest.
No, there's nothing they can do about this.
Well, there may be nothing they can do, but they've started to protest.
No, they have the right. Once the parties are setting up screening committee, there's also an appeal panel.
Yeah, that's internal. Really.
If you get disqualified and you want to challenge your disqualification, you reach out to the panel in 48 hours. So, because it's a unique time that we find ourselves, we're used to a system where there are, in quotes, special purpose vehicles, political parties that are just waiting on the sideline. If you are aggrieved in your party, come here, we'll give you a ticket. But the 2026 amended Electoral Act has changed it. There's a time frame upon which you can be a member of a political party. There's a time frame upon which you can be a member of a political party. Before you aspire on that political party, you have to be a financially committed member of that political party. Another part of this conversation is this. Now, if you feel aggrieved in your party, you can leave. Because you cannot be a member of two political parties at the same time. You have to be deregistered first in the party you are and then get registered in the new party. But that deadline was on Sunday, 10th of May.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's been well thought out. It's been well planned. Our master strategist and schemer has schemed, and he has strategized and he has planned and he's boxed everyone.
You really want to have election in January. You say fasting and everything will be in February. We brought the election for in January, but this timetable is what you must follow. So, any of these aspirants that don't feel comfortable with the outcome, even if they uphold your disqualification, you cannot go anywhere. Except you've been a member of a political party secretly before the deadline came on Sunday. And that means it's illegal. It's a crime. That means you're holding membership of two political parties. So all of the aspirants that have been disqualified. But this is the problem. The moment the president announced that governors should take charge of primaries in their state, I knew that was an invitation for political anarchy. And that's what we're seeing right now. The governors would always have their preferences. They would always have people that are loyal to the party in quote, vis-a-vis loyal to them.
And so, people they want to compensate.
Exactly. Political compensation, political patronage everywhere. So once the governors are in control of the party structure and the
And
primaries.
it's not only the governors, okay, sorry to cut you.
Yes.
Look at Adelabu. It's not only the governors. A non-performing minister, you know,
Did you
found
see the crowd yesterday?
found favor in the eyes of our boss.
Did you see the crowd
and
yesterday?
he's going for the governorship.
Did you see the crowd in Ibadan yesterday? I
In
saw
short,
the videos and I'm like, is it that the people of Ibadan are living in a separate world, or they've been enjoying electricity? Because as a minister,
no. All these
biggest...
things are arranged now. But you should know, all these things are arranged. The people in Ibadan, no, they didn't enjoy anything.
So
this man
did you
has
see the
failed.
crowd yesterday?
These things are arranged. Okay? Look, all you need, I keep saying it. You see, some Nigerians, all you need is to give them this thing.
Polo and money.
Polo, well, just give them.
I'm sure
money.
a lot of them didn't get balance yesterday. So you know the funny thing about the gist to start.
We'll start hearing all these things.
And that's where the problem will start. But I mean, when I looked at the declaration of Adedibu yesterday, I don't have a problem with him.
I have a problem with him.
I don't have a problem with him.
I have a problem with him.
He has the right to be ambitious. He has the right to want to contest.
But he doesn't have the right to have failed us.
That's what I'm saying. His
So I have a
performance
problem
as
with
Minister
him.
of Power was supposed to be a referendum for the people of Oyo State. Oga, you served as Minister of Power. You brought classism into electricity distribution. You literally grounded the country. And now you are coming to Oyo State to govern us. What do you want to do differently?
I mean, even if he had that, if he announced that ambition, I mean, from the level at which he was supported, that same level should have said you can't do it because you failed the people of Nigeria.
The same level that
But
are screening people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The same level.
That's the same level.
The likes of
and then when you look at parties that are having this kind of things, you understand, you start to wonder if you allow these parties to lead the country when they cannot even handle their own internal problems. You say what they call this thing. There's this word that everybody's using when you adopt just one. Consensus. You say consensus. Consensus, who had agreed on a consensus. Do you understand? And at what level, you know, we know you've done your own. But, I mean, don't impose. These people are saying that they have been imposed. You know, people have been imposed on them. And I think that's not right. For democracy, no. It's wrong. And you want us to be happy. I'm not happy with Adelabu. And if I was an indigene of Ibadan, if I lived in Ibadan, I wouldn't vote for him.
You know, I have a lot of problem with the screening committee of the All Progressive Congress. So there are people that have cases of corruption against them with the anti-graft agencies, ICPC, FCC. Yaya Bello had picked up the form to contest. It doesn't matter.
All those things don't matter.
Yaya Bello had picked up the form to contest for the Senate, Kogi Central, to run against Natasha Akpoto of the PDP. Ifeanyi Okowa, when he left office, he was picked up by the EFCC with the allegation of embezzling over 1 trillion. Yaya Bello was picked up on the allegation of mismanaging.
He first of all ran away.
And then he had a show. He had a triumphant entry
with the current governor.
And then the EFCC chairman said he would rather resign than make sure that than see that Yaya Bello was not persecuted. Now the same Yaya Bello.
The story has changed. Though.
It has changed.
It has changed. That's the way. That's the way it is.
That is the cause that is working. So the people on the screening panel of the All Progressive Congress, when you see Ifeanyi Okowa walking into that room, the first question you are supposed to ask him is this: go and settle your issue with the FCC. If you see the likes of Yaya Bello walked into a screening means that it's not just document that you are checking. You are checking their political profile. These people have been alleged to have stolen taxpayers' monies, hard-earned monies that are meant to be commonwealth of their people, and you're still screening them to go to the Senate.
And that means you want to impose them on us?
That's exactly what you're doing.
And Nigerians are going. Look at the crowd. Nigerians are going to vote for this man.
Yaya
That is
Bello
the thing.
Is the leader of the APC.
Look at it.
The crowd at the stadium yesterday, I told my friends, I said, listen, if the president sees this crowd, he will say, see, forget Shamsideen Ali, give this guy the ticket. Fine.
No, you said if the president
sees this number, this crowd.
Okay, sometimes you fall my hand.
Sorry.
Sometimes you really fall my hand. My heart actually drops. Are you telling me that he doesn't know about this arrangement? He just didn't put it together, but he ordered that it happened. So he expected it. He knows that this crowd will be there. If this crowd was not there, heads will roll. People will lose certain positions. The crowd had to be there. So what's strange if he sees the crowd? Oh, okay, please.
You know, Ibadan, Oyo State is a very unique state. So there's a very popular song by Tai Currency, and the song became very popular during the coronation of the Olubadan, and the song is Were Laughing Were. So what that song means is that if you think nobody has monopoly of chaos, that's what it meant. And that song was echoing at the stadium yesterday. There were big artists, Pasuma, all of them were at the stadium yesterday. And the question I asked is this: truly, if this man is loved by his people, if he picks up that ticket with the crowd, because in Nigeria it's a game of numbers, it's a crowd, and people get swayed by I want 100,000, low and stadium. Big shout out to my Oyo people, by the way. But this is a referendum for you guys. I don't know what basis you want to put him on that seat. I think Oyo State, the Agodi government house is so important to the southwest, not just Oyo State alone. It's a very historical state that needs to be handled by people that have proven track records and integrity to show for it. I don't know. I'm not campaigning against anybody. I'm just saying that if you've been given a platform to prove yourself and you've not lived up to their expectations, questions should be asked.
He even has a mind. That's the thing. He has a mind. And in fact, this is a question for Mr. George. We're having Mr. George again on the program. Is it tomorrow or next
tomorrow.
week? Tomorrow?
I think so.
Okay, so we expect to have him here. When he comes, we'll ask him this question. I don't understand how, somebody has been given the opportunity to lead
And
and you messed the entire thing up, and you want to go for another position, in public office, and you expect people to vote for you. Well, it's not about it. And you see, this is okay. This is why some people will say, you know what, let me not waste my time. Let me just sit at home. I'd rather just stay under the comfort of my duvet, have some coffee, have some, biscuits, at 11 o'clock, have my 11 C's, lunchtime, have my lunch, and, just be okay.
Election can go on and do whatever.
Because whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen. That's some people's belief. But with things like this, how will we not believe it? I mean, how will we not believe? Where did this crowd come from? For a man who did not perform. He's never been a minister before. He's never handled power. His first opportunity
was
message.
the minister
He's
of power.
also never been a governor. Don't people understand? How's he gonna do it?
They said minister is different from government.
Okay. All right, still on the Punch newspaper, federal government orders universities to suspend drug offenders. Perhaps the federal government should start with themselves.
Oh.
Yes, that's what should happen. You first of all look inwards and look for the drug offenders amongst you before you see, you lead by example. That's the way it's supposed to be. You lead by example. Once that is done, then the people you're coming for already know that there's trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying? That if they could do this to their own people,
then they'll definitely touch me.
Somebody once said to me, my generator mechanic, he says, Mommy, you're very strict. He said, but the day I just decided to let everything go was the day I saw you dealing with Barrister. That's my last child. The day I saw you dealing with Barrister, Mommy.
So if Barrister if you collect like this, who am I?
He said, I just gave up. And that's who I am. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I am saying they should first do an internal cleansing. And then you see all these little two ones, nobody will need to tell them.
When you know that the ones at the top are feeling it, you definitely align.
Okay, medical report. Outrage as EFCC operatives assault Uni Uyo doctor and workers. Well, I really don't know. I don't know if I can comment on that story, but assault in any way is not usually a good thing. For whatever reason, I think that it could have been talked, over, especially when you're dealing with professionals like doctors. But I'm not on anybody's side anyway. Finally, from the Punch newspaper, military disrupts terror operations and intercepts 400 Starlink devices. That's it from the Punch newspaper this morning, and we can go to the Vanguard.
All right, let's check what Vanguard is saying. Petrol consumption jumps 10.8% to 52.4 million barrels per day, defies higher pump prices. This is a rather sad one. Nollywood actor Alex Ekubo dies at 40 after battle with liver cancer. Okay?
No. That information is not correct.
Well, that's what
That's
the
what's,
Vanguard is
yeah,
reporting.
yeah, yeah, okay.
2027 polls, Makinde to declare presidential ambition unveils PDP APM alliance. Na collabo. British government has no preferred candidate in Nigeria's election, says envoy. The big stories: APC knockout day, 30 governors, 88 senators, 242 reps, 260, 2,620 others to no fate today. APC knockout day, 30 governors, 88 senators, 242 reps, 2,620 others to no fate today. That is on page 5 of the Vanguard. With the rider, party to release screening report today. You want that read riot act to aspirants. I'm ready to face any aspirant and beat Abiodun in the primaries. That is coming from former governor of Ogun State, Senator Otumba Gbenga Daniels. Ogun East APC endorses Abiodun for Senate. Okay. It looks like Ogun State is also going to add up to what we're expecting in Delta. For the Delta situation, it looks like the senatorial elections will be more interesting than the governorship election. Senator Nedu Nwoko wants to return to the Senate. The former governor of the state, Ifeanyi Okowa, also wants to go to the Senate. Both of them from the same senatorial district. Both of them now members of the APC, and both of them are going into the primaries. In Ogun State, to a former governor and about to be former governor would also slug it out for the Ogun East senatorial ticket. Otumba Gbenga Daniels is currently holding the ticket, former governor, two-time governor, the platform of the PDP. I told you I traveled, I made a quick trip to Ondo State a few weeks ago, and I traveled through Iperu and everything. It was just Dapo Abiodun for Senate everywhere. And the question is this: who would get the tickets? There's a Yoruba slang that is reigning right now. Taloni tickets.
I actually thought the question you were going to ask was, who is Dapo Abiodun?
Oh, Dapo Abiodun is a governor, the sitting governor of your state now.
Okay.
Your person.
Ask me the question.
Who is Dapo Abiodun?
Dapo Abiodun is the current governor of Ogun State.
Okay.
Soon to be the outgoing governor.
Oh, so you align with me on this outgoing governor?
Soon to be the outgoing governor of Ogun State. A complete non-performer. He has not performed in any way. I don't even understand why he's aspiring to go to the Senate. This man, I mean, it's just like Adelabo. I don't understand. This man has not done. He's done something. He did the airport.
International airport. Now, truth be told, the pilgrims to Saudi Arabia for the Hajj actually had a direct flight from Ogun State straight to Saudi Arabia.
Welcome.
That is unprecedented.
Welcome.
Eh?
Welcome. Have you landed?
NUT reject federal government's UTME waiver for NCE admissions. Why I finally wrote my story after decades. That is coming from Yakubu Gowon, and that is on page 31. Atiku faults Tinubu's security strategy as ex-lawmaker dies in captivity. Over 72 killed as military bombs Zamfara markets. No civilian casualties. That is coming from the defense headquarters. Let me take that story again because I'm excited about that story. Over 72 killed as military bombs Zamfara markets. And the defense headquarters have come out to say that there are no casualties there. Everybody that got killed in that bombing is a terrorist. And that's the position of the defense headquarters, because the story flying is that civilians have been killed in that market. And the president has made it clear that, listen,
there was no civilian casualties.
That's what the defense headquarters is saying, that it was a precision attack, it was a well-calculated strike, we got intelligence to run into it, and no civilian casualty. Wow. And they said it. If you harbor bandits, if you sell weapons to them, if you provide hiding space for them, if you allow yourself to be used as human shield for them, if you marry them, if you transact with them, you're as guilty as the bandits. And everybody would have to go. Well, on xenophobic attacks, Nigerian lives more important than investments. Adams Oshiomhole is still insisting that we should nationalize the South African investment in Nigeria. I don't know. But on the issue of this the bombing in Zamfara, is this another Borno, Yobe, the market repeating itself, or this is the kind of things you want to hear?
I think I want to hear more of this back to back. You
Hmm.
know, when they take a break, they now give them enough time
Time to
to recoup
regroup
and
again.
regroup and all of that, and re-strategize and replan and all of that. But if you give it to them back to back to back to back to
They should be
back,
collecting.
the hair, let them just be collecting.
We're
That's
done. We're done with the Vanguard.
okay. So I look at the Daily Sun. Confusion heightens in Ebonyi Agric College. 3 provosts appointed, removed in 1 week. So 3 provosts were appointed, and the 3 of them were
Were
removed
removed
in
in the
1
same
week.
week.
I wonder who is appointing them. The federal government?
In the state government.
Sorry,
And the
the
students
state
were
government.
protesting their appointment. I think they have someone that have been a part of the system and they wanted
And they want the person
grow
to,
through the
yeah,
ranks.
okay. Okay. NUT expresses concern over federal government's UTME waiver for NCE candidates.
Take it easy.
Okay, let's discuss that.
It's valid. We talked about it yesterday, and the fact that the standard is dropping. Take it easy.
Thank
And
you.
I keep telling people that any nation that fails to to prioritize the educational system, you're building a castle on nothing, and that's the fact. I saw the highest scoring JAM candidates, and I think she had 372. I think she's from Ekiti, but she's aspiring to go into University of Lagos. So
I think she had 375.
okay, I know it's around that space.
The person after her, 372.
And the first thing that came to my mind is this: that so if you're saying that 150 should be the cutoff to look for admission, and then somebody is getting 372, I would rather want to have a good number so that I don't get relegated. I don't get, just take this admission or whatever it is. Or maybe I want medicine and surgery, and then somebody said I should come and do human kinetics, but because the quality of what I'm bringing up is zero. So the NUC is saying that the union is saying that, listen, for people that will go and teach, that will eventually become teachers, you cannot
Why are you
waive
waiving
UTME
it?
for them. You cannot tell them to come into the system with only 4 credits. And that's exactly what they're asking.
You know what that means? You know what that means? That means that they're no good. Not much is expected of them.
Just come in.
Not
We need
much is
teachers.
expected from them.
Just pack them in.
The dropouts can go for. That's what it means. That's exactly what it means. Nothing
If
else.
you cannot meet up for JAM or
Oh,
Polytechnic,
they're all dropouts. Let
you
them
cannot
go.
get 150, you cannot get 100 for
100.
Polytechnic. Go
Okay,
to
go
NUC,
to
go to
go to
NCE rather.
yeah.
And NCE is supposed to be the most important part of this whole setup, because that is where the teachers are being raised. So if you say
Terrible.
they should come in with what I mean is
Nothing.
that no UTME, no, so
Nothing.
they are not screening
No
them.
qualifying
Just
exam.
have 4 credits and
And
apply.
then you can go.
How can you be sure that these individuals are good enough?
That even
to
the 4
get to
credits
the
that they
system?
got were genuine 4 credits.
I mean, Jenny is a sacred word.
Because
in
I
this
hear they
country
have
now.
what they call special centers now.
Miracle Center. They will cook it.
So what if that person went to a miracle center and got 4 credits?
Miracle, no, they tired Jesus now. There will
So-
always be miracle.
And then you just, I mean, no, this is not.
It's
you
just
know,
a reflection.
You know, we
of-
said it yesterday
It's a reflection
that
of where
not
we
good
are
enough.
educationally, and I think it's a major problem. If we don't fix the education in this country, we're going to have bigger problem than insecurity. Our guest said yesterday that the 18-year-old bandit that is carrying AK-47 today was a 7-year-old boy he did not send to school many years ago.
Yeah.
So there are millions of 7-year-old, 5-year-old kids on the streets right now that you are not sending to school, and they will turn around to become the bandit that you are killing in Zamfara and you are killing in Borno today. So if you say that people should not go through JAM, no UTME, just have 4 credits and coming into NCE. NCE had always been the standard.
It's unfortunate. I wish
I'm glad
I
the
wish
Nigerian
that-
Union of Teachers are
yeah,
rejecting this.
yeah, and I wish it will be reviewed. You know, military bombs Zamfara market where suspected terrorists trade. Over 72 killed. Amnesty puts figures at 100. National Assembly moves to strengthen data protection act against emerging cyber threats. Nigeria's tax reforms key to economic growth. Minister. 2 family members killed in fresh attacks in Plateau. Edo will become a modern state before the end of my first term.
guy.
Okwebolo.
Okwebolo.
All right, that's it from the Daily Sun. You know, it's time for us to Take a look at the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay. Still reflecting on the APC conversation. Oyo APC leaders endorse Adelabu's governorship bid as he officially declares his ambition, unveils his development blueprint. That is on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. So there's a picture of the former Minister of Power and of an APC gubernatorial aspirant and leaders of APC, endorsing him and raising his hands up. Endorsement would always say it's different from consensus. So endorsement does not mean that you've gotten the tickets. APC primaries, consensus option shaky as 101 aspirant eye 28 Guba tickets. Kwara leads with 16 aspirants. That almost didn't come out of my mouth. 16 aspirants, 16 people want to be governor of Kwara State. That's a lot of money. Oyo second with 11. So there are 11 people also in Oyo APC that wants to be governor. Yayi Hamzat gets challengers in Ogun and Lagos. Mutfwang Fubara Alia faces opposition as Bruno. Okay. Interesting times. Ogun senatorial stakeholders present Abiodun as consensus candidate. With the rider, I would emerge victorious at the APC senatorial primaries. That is coming from Senator Bing. Insecurity, Nigeria under siege. That is coming from the former vice president and ADC presidential aspirant Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Asked federal government to treat security collapse as national emergency. Okay. On petroleum, Nigerian Tribune is also reporting Nigeria's petroleum consumption surged to 51.1 million liters per day in April, according to the NMDPRA. 51.1 million liters. It looks like we are comfortable with whatever price the government sells petrol for. Would always buy. Africa loses $89 billion annually to illicit financial flows. That is coming from tax experts. Page 5 of Nigerian Tribune is also reporting that story. On page 15 of Nigerian Tribune, you find a story on antivirus, and it says more antivirus cases may emerge in the coming weeks. The World Health Organization is warning. I think people should be very careful the things they sniff and wash their hands very, very well. It's just warning now, so that they don't pick things and start sniffing it, especially ones that they suspect have been touched by rats. It's advice now.
So Okwe is trying to hit at me, and that's okay, Okwe, because like I was telling Okwe, something happened to me over the weekend.
They always say that don't give your gist to media people.
So I went home, and luckily in my house I don't have rats. So, but this particular weekend, because I've not been in my house for a while, I went home, and I went into my pantry. I was trying to get some things for him, for him and my colleagues, so we could have some nice tea and biscuits and everything. And then I saw a pack of Cocoa Pops. I think it was Cocoa Pops, and it had a hole in it. And I was smelling like, something was strange in my pantry. So I took the packet of Cocoa Pops and I put my nose right there in that hole.
I said they should not sniff anything
and I
because
sniffed
of antivirus.
it. So because I sniffed it, and I now smelt the urine of rats, so it kind of choked me, and I was scared. Of course, because of the antivirus thing, I was scared, and I was alone at home.
And you were washing your hands.
And I quickly took palm oil and everything. I washed my hands. This of course is not a serious person though. And I called my doctor. I called my children that are doctors. Called my own personal doctor. And my doctor said, that palm oil, you just wasted your palm oil. Wasted your time because it's not going to do anything. Hantavirus is not here yet. I said, what about Lassa fever? He said, no, that it's not likely to, nothing is going to happen. I should put my mind at rest and everything. And I came and I told Okwe, while we were riding to work the following day, I said, Okwe, something happened and everything. So since then, Okwe has been saying, You shouldn't be sniffing. You
Hey,
shouldn't.
no, it's health advice. It's health tip now.
Watch your back.
It's health tip.
Okay, watch your back. I'm coming for you big time.
I think we have more newspaper to touch.
And that's the Daily Trust.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so hurdles before second term, APC governors. 11 months blackout cripples businesses in the Federal Capital Territory communities. And Adelabu has gone to Ibadan. Okay. Gunmen attack Kano community and kill 5. Over 100 killed in Zamfara market airstrike. A woman sets husband and co-wife children ablaze. This woman has a heart, really. And then what? After that, what happens?
And she will do jail.
No, but I mean, after that, what happens? You set your husband ablaze because he probably has another wife and children.
Plus the co-wife and the children.
I mean, okay, so what next?
Nothing.
You don't get the man anyway.
Eyes will be clear now. And she will do jail.
Oh dear. All right. We also have Shekarau versus Zaura. Why Kano Central APC Senate ticket has defied consensus. 8 years after, court jails cult leaders and 5 others in Kwara. And there's this other one I really can't see.
Museveni.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
Museveni has been sworn in as Uganda's president for his 7th term.
Okay. All right, and that's it from the Daily Trust, and that's how we round up our newspaper review this morning on the Breakfast Express show. We'd like to take a break right now. And at this point, you know, we're expecting a guest to come in the studio and join Okwe on the next segment of the program. Please stay tuned. There's a lot more coming your way.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches on 4 dedicated channels, live on SuperSport, only on DSTV.